Hi Aries, it's your girl Alex and I'm back again to bring you tarot readings. I hope you guys have been doing amazing. Let's see what the universe has for my lovely Aries, my fellow Martian. God, angels, universe, can you please bless Aries with some precise and fabulous information? We thank you, we love you, amen. Personal readings will be back open soon, and if the reading does resonate, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. So Aries, that's Judgment. It's the Knight of Pentacles, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. That's your energy. Whew. The situation in front of you, Ace of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the King of Pentacles. Okay. So you have new love coming towards you, or a lover around you. This is your person and or situation. The Hermit, the Lovers, and the Six of Cups. Oh, the Knight of Wands. All right. So, that was the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands with the Knight of Wands. Okay. First thing I heard is some of you are burning the midnight oil, okay? And basically what that means is you're doing a lot right now, right? You might be working a full-time job and then having and dating someone, right? Say, for instance, you work from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. And it's almost like at 10 p.m. when you get off, instead of going home, you're going to see someone else, right? Burning the midnight oil, burning candles at both ends. You're working a full day, and then after you work a full day, you're going and engaging in something that sets your world ablaze, right? You like it. It's very passionate. It's very, Aries-like. You know what I mean? And angels are saying you've been doing that for some time. I have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune has everything to do with seasons. Okay. Well, angels are also saying too, in other words, you've set up some sort of routine with this person or experience. Okay. And angels are saying, no, baby, it's the person. Thank you. So I feel like now that the routine has been set, someone is curious as to, okay, well, do you have feelings or emotions? Okay. And I feel like this is someone who wants to create something of value with you. Now, angels are saying absolutely yes, this could be a romantic storyline. But angels are saying also at the same time it could resonate or apply to a business, right? You and a partner, went out every Sunday and you were selling, tacos, right? And you've done this now for the past 2 months. And now it's like, okay, well, where are we going to take this? Where is this going? That's what this really feels like, is some sort of routine has been set. Now someone is like, okay, now that we have a routine, I like where this is going. I like doing this with you. Where do we go from here? Okay. I feel like some deep thought and introspection is going to be needed. Okay. Now, if there was a sign to kind of go within and really be as objective, but then come up with a clear course of action, that would be you, Aries. Okay. So in other words, you call it like you see it. That was a very long-winded way of saying you call it like you see it. But I kind of feel like here with the Judgment and the Knight of Pentacles, you may want more time. I don't know if you're ready to solidify something, to commit to something. I do kind of feel like you may want another season to go by, whatever a season means to you. For some of you, it could be a month. For some of you, it could be, season, like, hey, at the end of summer, we can figure it out. For some of you, it could be a quarter. Hey, we're in the, second quarter, or maybe in the third quarter, right? It just kind of feels like a cycle has to pass, or you would want another cycle to go by before you actually commit to whatever this situation is. And again, I feel like it's love, but take it as it resonates. It could be anything. I feel with this King of Pentacles here next to the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Cups, whomever or whatever this situation is, Aries, they've been consistent. They've shown you exactly who they are. Okay? They whomever you are dealing with, the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Hanged Man, I feel like you've seen all you need to see in order to make this particular decision. Now, to what I mean by making this decision, in other words, if you're wanting to commit, even if you're like, hey, do I want to continue this? You have all the information you need. Okay. If it's something like, hey, do I want to marry this person? No, we're not saying you have all the information you need. I think in certain situations, that's where others of you may still need a cycle, a season to go by before making any sort of final decision. With the Knight of Wands here, definitely slow down. We open with the Knight of Pentacles, we close with the Knight of Wands. So, yeah. Angels just said, well, that's all Aries has been doing is going slow. So whomever you're dealing with is now saying, hey, when do we giddy up? When do we pick it up? When do we move this forward? When do we shift from spring until summer, right? When do we move from one cycle to the next? Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. So Judgment and Ace of Cups, and I'm not doing the Lenormand spread, by the way. This is my own funky spread. But with the Eight of Pentacles, for a lot of you, you have been working on opening yourself up more, right? Opening yourself up, specifically your heart. Opening your heart up more to love, to doing more things that you love, to more things that create the feeling of love in your life. But with that Knight of Wands there, I kind of feel like it is time to pick up the pace. The Lovers, the second time the Lovers have come out, I feel like you know you've chosen your person. I feel like you know whomever you're dealing with or whomever is within your emotional energy field, Aries. I feel like you know this person is significant. Two of Wands, yeah. You're trying to figure it out. At the end of the day, I just kind of feel like you're unsure, you're uncertain. And I also feel like when it comes to your partner, your person, your mate, even you somewhere in the background, my angels are saying, you know that time is starting to run out. And what I mean by time running out is not that time is running out with this person, but the time to make a decision regarding this person is starting to run out. As in, you're going to have to make a decision relatively soon. King of Wands. So King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Very interesting. King of Wands and the Knight of Wands with the Page of Cups. Okay. Page of Cups on the Six of Cups. You know what, Aries? I feel like you're falling in love. And I feel like the judgment is first for you to admit it to yourself. And then number two, to admit it whomever you're dealing with. The Hierophant. Well, there's commitment. I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be committed relatively soon. I would even venture to say somewhere during Leo season, right? Leo season is the end of July, early August. I don't have the date specifically, but I kind of feel like Leo season is going to be a season of commitment for you. And angels are saying, okay, move away from the emotional storyline. Even if it comes to, I've been taking classes here or there, not really serious about getting my degree. During Leo season, you're going to get serious about getting your degree. During Leo season, you're going to get serious about something that has long-term and permanent potential. Okay? And angels are saying, they're cheering you on. Right? They're cheering you on saying, woo, thank you. Finally. Come on, Aries. Do it. Do it. Do it. Those are my angel voices, by the way. So Aries, I kind of feel like time is of the essence. And the time that you've been taking, the careful consideration and diligence you've been taking in order to make a decision, to call something official, to finalize something, that time is growing near. And I would just say to you, I love this. The way that I check out of hotel rooms, or check out of, like, if I'm living in an apartment and I'm leaving an apartment, or anything that I'm vacating, exiting, I called myself doing a final sweep. And that final sweep is going all through the whole entire location, checking cabinets, making sure I got this, checking the shower, check every room, right? Efficiently, and just make sure you reconciled or satisfied or removed your stuff from every one of those rooms. Okay. So if you're thinking about going back to school and finally committing to that degree, make sure you understand, you already know what the time crunch is going to be if you've been taking classes here or there, right? You already know, hey, yeah, I can work and go to school, right? Time is coming up for you to make a decision. Okay, are you going to continue to go part-time? No. No. Are you going to continue to go part-time, or are you going to go full-time? That's full and part. Combined is part. All right. Anyway, you have to now decide between, are you going to continue to go part-time, or are you going to go full-on full-time? Okay. If this is a relationship, hey, yeah, you've been hanging out with somebody, you've met them, you've known them for a good amount of time, right? You've gotten to see them, or you've seen them in different scenarios. You've seen them angry, you've seen them in love, you've seen them vulnerable, you've seen them at work, you've seen them with their kids, you've seen them with their parents, right? You have enough information. Judgment for me as a reader is you have all the information needed to finally call it and make a decision. Okay. So you've been going slow. You've been taking your time. You have been, again, doing your due diligence, and it's just time to call it. And I feel, number one, I ain't making this decision for you, Aries, but with the King of Pentacles here, right? You got the King of Wands, King of Pentacles. You got the Knight of Pentacles. You got the Knight of Wands here. This is between you and a Leo, and or it's either fire and earth, right? It could be another Aries. It could be another Aries. It could be a Leo. It could be Leo, Aries, whatever, right? It could be Virgo. It could be Capricorn. It could be Sagittarius. It could be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. There we go. It could be a Sagittarius or Leo. So I kind of feel like, I'm not going to put a third row out, but I kind of feel like you have all the information that you need, and the information that you have is really freaking great. The information that you have is great enough to make a great decision behind this. And I'm pulling these cards off because I'm being told to, but now you have the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I feel like up until this point, everybody has been trying their hardest to keep emotions out of it. But as part of this decision making, it's the perfect time to bring emotion in it, right? Up until now, y'all been hanging out. You've been having a good time. Nobody has exchanged. I like you, you like me. None of that has happened. But now that we're starting to talk about bringing two into one, especially under the label of some sort of relationship, commitment, contract, business, whatever, it's now time to express those emotions and open your heart up, where previously maybe your heart was closed because, again, we were just learning each other. We were not in a committed relationship. We were just getting to know each other. We were just kind of, quote unquote, testing the waters. Well, baby, now we know that the water is wet, so you can go ahead and make a decision. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here, Aries. If it resonates, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want a little bit more detail about this reading, maybe check back in another week. Maybe in another week, personal readings will be open. I love you. Bye.